Well, what happened was after he killed the police in Marion, you know what I mean? They kept him locked down and isolated. You know what I mean? But after they sent him to Atlanta, when they had the riot, he was almost over the wall and the Cubans tackled him and tied him up and turned him into the police and he was crying. He was, man, y'all killed me. So after that, they sent him to Leavenworth and made a special cell for him where they tried to torture him by keeping him under isolation, kept his lights on 24/7. He couldn't talk to nobody, speak to nobody, and they tried to drive him crazy. But he became an artist. But he was isolated. I mean, you know, and he was on protective custody because they know people wanted to kill him.
When you was in ADX with him,
now when he was in ADX, he was on protective custody in D unit with for Sammy The Bull in it. D unit was the protective custody unit. Yeah, that's where they had Sammy The Bull and all the high-powered rats.
This is D unit.
Yeah, this D unit. That's where they put the rats. John Greshner, before they sent him to the state. But you know, Sammy The Bull was the biggest rat there, so you know, he had special privilege because he was Sammy The Bull, and you know what I mean?
Hold on. Explain that to me a little bit. How would that go as much as you know?
Because the police used to cater to him because he was with John Gotti and the mafia. You know, and what them rats do, like him, they always tell stories to the lower rats. Because the lower rats be glorifying them.
And they also need guidance.
Yeah. They be
bragging. Rat big homie.
They be rat, they rat big homie. Because they be telling, you told on so-and-so, you got so-and-so to death penalty. Yes, but they had time.
Tommy Silverstein,
they had more protective custody than D unit.
Did you ever see him during your time there? Like, did you ever lay eyes on him?
Once he got out of D unit, they put him in a unit with Silk in there. Nah, he never checked in. He never checked in or asked me on PC. Involuntary PC mean that the administration puts you on a status and say for your own life, so you a threat to staff and inmates and for your own protection. They had, you know, because the police didn't like him, administration didn't like him because he was a police killer. And then DC don't like him because he killed Cadillac, you know what I mean? And yeah, so, you know, he had lawyers that fought for him, and, you know, he had a lot of health problems, and they took it to court and said, man, the man need to be on regular status. He got hepatitis C, he's dying, and, you know, got all kinds of health problems. So they eventually let him out and put him in a regular unit. And he used to try to talk in codes and tell him, man, me and Fly go way back. You know, man, me and Fly, I know him real good. Because you ain't got nothing to say to me. You can't never say nothing to me. Don't never speak to me or nothing. You kill Cadillac.
So you said they put him in the unit when they took him off PC or involuntary PC, they put him in the regular unit. But once they put him in the regular unit, they didn't let him out with certain people.
No, he still came out by himself.
So he still was on no human contact, total separation.
He come out and, you know, put him in the red cage. You know what I mean? But he could, see, by the time he came to a regular unit, all the red cages and single rec was in all the regular units anyway. You know, the only open unit was K unit and H unit and J unit. That's the program units. But the units down in the hall, down in the dungeon, you know, they go in dog cages and inside red cages, you know what I mean? So he still couldn't mingle with nobody.
El Chapo has 4 sons. They call them the Chapitos, okay? They basically ran the other half of the Sinaloa cartel after his last incarceration and him going to ADX. A dude by the name of Zimbada, El Mario Zimbada, is the other half. He was on the run for 20 years. They hadn't had a picture of this guy in 20 years. He don't come out the mountains for nothing.
Smart.
One of El Chapo's sons just got his name taken off the BOP register list. I didn't understand why. He follows all this.
Is that right?
The next day, I researched something in the Latin papers that I follow because I do some of this on my own. The United States Marshal Service and the DEA have confirmed that that son, I forgot his name, I can get that for you later.
Yeah, I know.
Has gone into witness protection.
Yeah.
This son in witness protection was in contact with the other son that told Zimbada to come out the mountain.
Come out the mountain.
Chapo will ever leave ADX is what I'm getting to.
They'll never let
They'll
never let him go to another regular joint. They'll never let him do that. The only way he'll get out is they'll extradite him to another country. See, guys like Noriega and El Chapo, man, that's some high-power stuff there.
Yeah, I just wanted your thought. It came to mind. I mean, it's a good question, ain't it?
Perfect question. I never thought of it. But they would never let El Chapo go to a regular people.
I mean, we'll never see him in Beaumont.
Beaumont, Coleman, nowhere.
Right.
Nowhere. You know what I mean? This man was so big, he had his army build a tunnel in the prison twice. And see, but I'm going to tell you something about greed and power and ego. He was so big and so filthy rich. He could have went to any country in the world. Yes,
he got so woo-woo.
He got in touch with Sean Penn to introduce him to this actress he was infatuated with. He wanted to meet her. But he thinking that he can impress her because he's so rich. He El Chapo. See, some of them guys think they're so untouchable. And me and Hoover used to talk about that. We used to say, we got convicted because of our egos. You think you're so big and you got so much power.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah. Because when the people used to come to me and Lord and say, back up, man, let us send you home. Your name come up every day. We fight for you every day. I just said, they can't get me. They can't touch me. I run this. So when you have people that supposed to come to work and go to roll call and get their assignment, but they come to me instead, that goes to your head in prison. You know what I mean? You got women, you can say, get out the bed. I'm in the bed with my children. I said, get out the bed and go take care of that. You know what I mean? This is power, man. And Hoover used to tell me how he used to pay dues to go to school to get a GED and do positive stuff, but at the same time, if something jump off and you got to give an order to take it, you know what I mean? So much responsibility and duties come with having a certain position, man, and that's all over the world. You know what I mean? That's all. Anybody that's in a powerful position. You know, so man, this is a vicious world we live in, but you have to live it and experience it to understand it. You know what I mean? And man, who we used to always talk about us coming in the same year, the same month. We used to always say, man, you remember when you did this and such a year? He said, I remember this the year I took off. I said, I remember when I took off. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, this brother just had some hell of a conversation, some hell of a talks.